class 10 chemistry. We will start with the non-volatile and dehydrating property of sulfuric acid. Here you will see how different organic and inorganic compounds are react with concentrated sulfuric acid as they are volatile and also dehydrating in nature. So let's start with the non-volatile and dehydrating property of sulfuric acid. So today we will start with the dehydrating and non-volatile properties of sulfuric acid. So concentrated sulfuric acid exhibits dehydrating as well as drying properties due to its high affinity towards water. Consequently, concentrated H2SO4 is widely used to remove water or crystallization of hydrated salts and also to absorb moisture as one of the impurities from the substances prepared in the laboratory. So first starts with the dehydrating agent. The substance which remove hydrogen and oxygen from a compound in the form of water molecule or substances which usually remove the water of crystallization or structural water of different compounds are commonly known as dehydrating agent. So concentrated H2SO4 is a dehydrating agent because it can remove water from the molecules of formic acid, oxalic acid, glucose, sucrose and also copper sulfate also. In case of drying agent, the substance which can remove moisture usually present as an impurity in different compounds are commonly known as drying agent. Concentrated H2SO4 is used as a drying agent because it can absorb moisture from different substances such as HCl, SO2, Cl2, N2. So these are the different examples in case of purification in the laboratory. Now move on to the another question, that is called the action of concentrated H2SO4 on the organic compounds like cane sugar, cellulose, glucose. These are the different organic substances. So concentrated H2SO4 can act as a dehydrating agent as it absorbs or removes water from the molecules of different organic compound. In that respect, concentrated H2SO4 removes hydrogen and oxygen from the molecules of organic compound in such a manner that ratio of removed hydrogen oxygen may be 2:1, and that is water molecules, and a black carbon is left behind with the residue. Like in case of sugar, that is C12H22O11 when react with concentrated H2SO4 then change into 12C plus 11H2O. When concentrated H2O4 removes water from the cellulose, that is C6H10O5 whole to the power n, then actually 6NC plus 5NH2O actually it comes out. When concentrated H2SO4 react with glucose, that is C6H12O6, then is change as 6C plus 6H2O. Now move on to another topic, that is when the compound, that is formic acid and oxalic acid, react with concentrated sulfuric acid, then concentrated sulfuric acid react with formic acid to the present of molecule formic acid is removed by concentrated H2SO4 to form carbon monoxide, that is HCOOH, and then change into CO plus H2O. If oxalic acid crystal also treated with concentrated sulfuric acid, then also carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide and H2O also form. If ethanol, that is ethyl alcohol, react with sometimes concentrated sulfuric acid, then also is changed into 165 degree centigrade temperature to form ethylene, that is C2H4 plus H2O. If concentrated H2SO4 react with copper sulfate crystal, then CuSO4 5H2O, then change into CuSO4 plus 5H2O. It is also temperature with 165 degree centigrade. So these are the different way by which we can actually concentrate H2SO4 react with the different substances to dehydrate it properly. When sodium chloride and potassium chloride are separately heated with the presence of concentrated sulfuric acid, then both NaCl and KCl salt or hydrochloric acid more volatile compared to concentrated sulfuric acid, then reaction like 2NaCl plus H2SO4 change into Na2SO4 2HCl, or 2KCl plus H2SO4 change into K2SO4 2HCl. So these are the different reaction in which actually we can say that these are the reactions of concentrated sulfuric acid. When concentrated sulfuric acid on a nitrate salt, that is NaNO3, that is the sodium nitrate or maybe potassium nitrate, then 2 NaNO3 and change into H2SO4 react with this, then Na2SO4 plus 2HNO3, or 2KNO3 plus 2H2SO4 change into K2SO4 plus 2HNO3. So these reaction exhibit the non-volatile nature of sulfuric acid. So today up to that, next day we'll start with another topic.